Cedar Park Timberwolves baseball. Head coach leads the team as they go for the program's 7th district championship and 16th playoff appearance. Brought to you on the Vype Live Network by ASI Protection Services, Southern Landscape, Covert Cadillac Buick GMC, Centex Material Handling, The Steam Team, Thundercloud Subs, Bussy Roofing, Empire Home Solutions, and Academy Sports and Outdoors. And now, calling the shots for today's game, here's the voice of the Timberwolves, Brad Cohn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome home to Cedar Park, Texas, and Jay Sevier Field at Matt Ariano Park. This is Timberwolf Baseball Today, the live worldwide broadcast of Cedar Park Baseball on the Vype Network. I'm the V of the T, Brad Cohn. Len DeSalvo, our QA today. Thanks, Len, for joining in. This afternoon, we start the second run through District 25-5A, playing all 7 opponents again, flip-flopping the venues to make them all home-and-home 2-game series over the course of the season. Today's opponent, the Marble Falls Mustangs, a team that hasn't had a lot of success in the win column this year, but one that has hung tough against nearly every team they play. We only beat them 1-0 in Marble Falls a few weeks ago. Last night they fell to Rouse. Fairly big, though, 12-5. We'll not talk about what Cedar Park did to themselves last night in Georgetown. The Timberwolves lead the all-time series with the Mustangs 17 wins to 2. Both of Marble Falls' wins came in 2013. Cedar Park is 13-6 on the year, 5-2 in district. Marble Falls 5-10 and 1-6. Their district win came over Eastview last Friday night. This game is the 295th broadcast of Timberwolf Baseball on KMAX Sports or the Vype Live Network. Since we started this in 2008, we've won 186 of those. Timberwolves going for all-time win number 416 here in their 23rd season of varsity play, and it would be their 187th win on one of our live broadcasts. For head coach Lanny Williams, it would be number 210 for his career. Weather today for Cedar Park, clear, 79 degrees. Time of the first pitch here, it'll rise to 84 by game's end. Humidity only 11%, wind from the southwest at 13. That means it's blowing straight in from center field. Again, send your email to vofthet@gmail.com, VOFTHET, all run together, vofthet, voice the Timberwolves, at gmail.com, and we'll read it on the air, give you a shout out, mention where you're watching from and what player you're following, and we'll let everybody know that. Here's a District 25-5A roundup. Scores from last night: Liberty Hill 6, Glen 2, Rouse 12, Marble Falls 5, Leander 5, Eastview nothing, and again, we're not going to mention the other score. Current records and standings: there's now a 5-way tie for first place. 5 teams are 5-2. 3-way tie for last place. Well, I guess technically it's 6th place, all at 1-6. There's only 2 records right now in the district. You're either 5-2 or you're 1-6. Liberty Hill, Rouse, Leander, Cedar Park, Georgetown, all 5-2. Glen, Marble Falls, and Eastview, all 1-6. Other games today: Glen at Georgetown, Liberty Hill at Eastview, Rouse at Leander is a couple of first-place 5-2 teams playing each other. So the 5-way tie won't last the day, but we still could be tied 4 ways by the end of the afternoon. We're going to give you some baseball quotes that I've found in between the innings all through the day today. Those will be pretty fun. I think you'll enjoy those. Let's go through the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Marble Falls Mustangs, they'll lead off with catcher Isaiah Roman. Batting second, playing second, Bryce Atkinson. Batting third in right field, John Zamarippa on the all-name team. Batting cleanup, their shortstop, Jake Carter. Batting fifth in center, Cale Cochran. Batting sixth, playing third, Hudson McBride. Batting seventh at first base, Brady Elwertkowski. Batting eighth, the DH, A.J. Scoville. Batting ninth and on the mound, Evan Nikowski. So for your scorecard at home, for Marble Falls, Roman, Atkinson, Zamarippa, Carter, Cochran, McBride, Elwardkowski, Scoville, and Nikowski. For Cedar Park, they'll lead off with right fielder Cade Davis, batting second. At short, Julian Swift. Batting third, the pitcher today, Louis Alonso. Cleanup hitter is third baseman Adam Vaughn. Batting fifth at first base, Jackson Harvey. Batting sixth in center field, Christian Pickens. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Brady Richardson. Batting eighth, left fielder Houston Molinaro. And batting ninth, the catcher, Carter Wall. So for your scorecards for the Timberwolves, it's Davis, Swift, Alonso, Vaughn, Harvey, Pickens, and Richardson, Molinaro, Wall. No DH today. Everybody playing the field's batting for themselves. We're about to do the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you please America and take off your caps for the singing of the national anthem by our good friend, Miss Amy Harvey.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Amy Harvey with the national anthem as we're about to get underway here. I'm going to give you the first quote. In 1986, a lot of talk about Oklahoma State's Pete Incaviglia, who the season before had busted the NCAA single-season record for homers. It was 48. Pete eventually played for several years in the Bigs. Many of those are the Rangers, though not yet in the Big 12 together. Texas and Oklahoma State had a regular home-and-home slot early in their non-conference schedules every year. Prior to one of those games televised from Dish Falk, an ESPN guy found Texas' Dennis Cook, a pitcher outfielder who had also played for about a dozen years in the majors, and asked him about facing Incaviglia in the upcoming game from the mound. Oklahoma State's tiny ballpark was notorious for its very short fences, and the Cowboys routinely led all of collegiate baseball in homers, so Dennis Cook said this: Pete's a great hitter, and a lot of people have talked about maybe the record's tainted because of those short fences in Stillwater, and that some of his 48 homers last year might have been flyouts in other places, and maybe that's true, but I'm telling you, those other three would have been out of any ballpark in America. I should have had a rim shot ready for that one. Incaviglia struck out to Cook 3 times that night, and Cook's remarks might be my absolute favorite quote in the history of baseball. We'll give you other quotes shorter than that one as the game goes on today. Also going to have a special guest during the third inning. Head football coach and campus athletic director Michael Quintero will join us for about an inning, talking about the other job he has of being administrator of all sports on campus, and also talking a little bit about spring football and what he's expecting to accomplish there. That'll be during the third inning today. So Marble Falls will come to the plate here in the bottom of the first. A little late getting underway. We got about 1:16.
For today's game on the mound, number 19, pitcher Louis Alonso. Behind the plate,
Louis Alonso's pitching, as we mentioned earlier. We look at Louis' pitching numbers this year. Only got 5 1/3 innings under his belt. Been in 3 games. He started 1. Has no record. He does have a save. Given up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Walked 5, struck out 2. ERA at 2.63, the pitching numbers for Louis Alonso. He'll be throwing to Carter Wohl behind the plate. Defense behind him, third to first, Adam Vaughn, Julian Swift, Brady Richardson, Jackson Harvey. And in the outfield, left to right, Houston Molinaro, Christian Pickens, and Cade Davis.
Isaiah, apologies.
I'm set up inside the press box today because the bright sunlight can't see the screen on my laptop. Not on the porch. Here's Isaiah Roman, the catcher. First pitch, a called strike on the outside edge, and we are underway at 1:17 here in beautiful Central Texas. Gorgeous day, a little windy, but the flag completely limp on the pole until I said that. Now it's starting up again. Weather department says it's a 13-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight in from center. That one misses 1-1. This is a notoriously hard part to hit them out anyway. Wind usually blows in from left. In from center today. 2-1 to Roman. From the full windup, Louis Alonso. Boy, nothing wrong with that pitch. Umpire must have blinked, called it a ball. 3-1. Second baseman Bryce Atkinson on deck for the Stangs, and then right fielder John Zamarripa. And that one's inside. Oh my gosh, a leadoff walk. Killed us last night, leadoff walks. 77% of them score. Last night, 80% of them scored. Here's Bryce Atkinson, the second baseman. And they will run for the catcher, Roman.
Running for the catcher, number 3, Jet Zarek.
So here's Atkinson with no outs and somebody on first. And they'll throw down after that called strike. Roman's runner back in time. 0-1 to Bryce Atkinson. Once again, only a 1-0 win out in Marble Falls. Pitching and defense were superb. The bats were very anemic. I think we only got 4 hits that day. Got some people on board with errors and walks and hit batsmen, but left most of them stranded. Foul back to the screen, 0-2.
Get ahead. Good job.
Look at first by Louis. Here's the pitch on 0-2, and he strikes him out. Love it. One down for right fielder, 3-hole hitter John Zamarripa. Runner at first, still. Again, on the last night of the regular season, which will be Georgetown here, we'll give you our all-name team. Zamarripa is going to be on it. All the greatest names we encountered during the season. This one popped foul, but out of play right side. 0-1 to Zamarripa. I'm going to say his name as many times as I can. Jake Carter, their shortstop, a pretty good player. He is up next. Oh, almost hits him. I guess it did glance off the helmet. So that pushes Roman's runner to second as Zamarripa's aboard at first as a hit batsman.
Number 11, Jake Carter.
And here is Jake Carter. He'll go down and check signals. Louis to the mound for just a brief exchange. Excuse me, Louis to the mound. Louis on the mound with a brief exchange with our other catcher, Carter Wall. As you can tell, the grass is kind of starting to dry here. It's been a while since we've had consistent rain. Started out the season looking pretty good, and this one goes through. Runners will advance. Roman's runner goes to third. Zamarripa to second. Counts 1-0 to Carter, and we're already in trouble. 1 out, runners at the corners. High to the screen. Runner coming home. Carter Wall beats him. Oh! He beat him, but he jumped over the tag. 1-0 Marble Falls. Zamarripa goes to third on the play. 2-0 the count to Jake Carter. Still 1 out. There's a called strike. 2-1 to Carter. Zamarip at third, 1 out, 1 in. This one, bouncer to first base. Does he beat him to the bag? Yes, he does, but the run comes in. Jackson Harvey with the unassisted put out, 2 down on the 3U. Zamarip scores to make it 2-0. Five-hole hitter, center fielder Cale Cochran. High, 1-0. Doubt if he's a relative of our longtime head coach Connie Cochran. High, maybe out, 2-0. Cedar Park trying to get the taste out of their mouth. What happened to them last night? It's not working so far. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Only thing we can be sure of this game, it's not going to be another 1-0 game. We're already down 2-0. High, 3-1. And they've done it without a hit. Walk and a hit batsman, and they both scored. We learned last night how true it is. You put someone out for free, they're going to score. That one's fouled to the right side. Full count to Cale Cochran. Louis now a strike away from ending this. High and outside, he walks him. Third free base runner of the inning.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 22.
Third baseman Hudson McBride to the plate, and here comes Coach Williams already. If you didn't watch the game last night, well, good for you. Not going to talk about it much. Save yourself some heartache. Don't go watch the replay unless you stop it at about the end of the third inning. Pretty good crowd here today. Of course, Saturday, nobody's at work. Stan's got some butts in seats here. Chase Sevier Field, Matt Ariano Park. It's out in that bright sunlight, though. Hope they brought the sunscreen and have liberally applied it. I've always kind of liked the purple and bronze motif of Marble Falls. Purple jerseys today, bronze pants. So here's McBride waiting his first pitch. Runners at first. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second, but off target. Stolen base for Cochran.
That's strike, Brad?
Yeah, swing and a miss. 0-1 to McBride. Fouled into the screen right side, 0-2. So once again a strike away from getting out of this without any further damage done. Sixth batter of the inning for Marble Falls here in the top of the first. And that goes to the screen. Wild pitch way outside, 1-2. Runner Cochran moves to third on the play, so just a 30-yard dash away from a 3-0 deficit for Cedar Park now. Also a strike away, from ending the inning. Alonzo, high and in, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he does it. Fans in the sixth batter of the inning strikes out. There were 2 strikeouts in the inning, but there was a hit batsman and 2 walks. No hits, but they did score twice. We'll be back in a minute.
Bussey Roofing understands how important your home and business is to you and the significant investment involved for quality roof installation. As a reputable and professional roofing repair contractor, Bussey Roofing offers years of experience that includes a complete and comprehensive range of roof services that are designed to enhance curb appeal, provide energy efficiency, and increase the value of your business or commercial property. That's Bussey Roofing, Cedar Park Roofing, roof repairs, and roof restoration. Visit them at busseyroofing.com.
Centex Material Handling is a family-owned and operated business located in Central Texas. Since 2011, they've supplied outstanding commercial equipment and industrial solutions for businesses throughout the Southwest. They pride themselves on the reputation they've established over the years. Whether your company needs industrial cranes, conveyor systems, a turnkey material handling system, or various storage equipment options, Centex Material Handling is a one-stop shop with step-by-step consultancy before, during, and after every project to ensure they meet any and all of your business needs. Centex Material Handling looks forward to working with you.
I'd like to thank Roland Ruiz, our voiceover artist, who's responsible for putting all those nice commercials together. Cedar Park down now, 2-0, going to their first at-bat of the game in the bottom of the first. Cade Davis, Julian Swift, Louis Alonzo will lead it off. Look at the all-time series. We lead at 17-2 and outscored them 120-35. The average score is 6.3 to 1.8. We are 1-0 against them at neutral sites, 8-1 here at home, 8-1 at Marble Falls, and have won, it looks like last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a row. We had a rare 3 games apiece district season in 2013, and we lost 2 of 3 to them, 1 here and 1 there. And those are their only 2 wins ever, 9 years ago. Back then, they had a pretty solid baseball program in the early teens. They were always in the district race, pushing for a title, making the playoffs. Hasn't been true lately. But leading here 2-0. Here's the right fielder, Cade Davis.
Leading off for the Timberwolves, right fielder number 1.
66 plate appearances on the year, 60 official at-bats, 22 hits. All those are second on the team. 18 singles is third on the team. 2 doubles, 2 triples leads the team. That one's high and outside. He's got 11 RBIs, scored 7 runs, stolen 4 bases in 5 attempts. Those 4 bases are tied for third on the team, hitting .367. Only struck out 4 times. Offensive numbers for Cade Davis. 2-0 now. A little low, maybe a little outside. 3-0 to Davis. He's walked 6 times. That's tied for second on the team. Let's make that 7, and that's tied for first. A 4-pitch leadoff walk for Cade Davis. He becomes a 77%er. They had a 77%er to lead off the game, and he stayed in that 77% by scoring. Here's the shortstop, Julian Swift, the All-State shortstop. Looking at his offensive numbers, 69 at-bats, 61 official at-bats, 69 plate appearances, 26 hits, 4 doubles. All of those lead the team, called strike 1. His 19 singles is second on the team. He's got a triple and 2 home runs. That's tied for the team lead. 17 RBIs leads the team. 16 run scores lead the team. 3 times hit by pitch, tied for second on the team as they throw over at Davis at first. He has stolen 2 bases in 4 attempts, struck out only 3 times, walked 4 times into the game, hitting .426. That is second on the team. This one on the ground at short, a 3 bouncer. Backhands it, comes out of his glove. His only play is going to be at first. Can't make it. That'll be an E6 on that one. Davis gets to second on the play, and neither team yet with a hit. And yet between the two of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base runners and a couple of runs. Louis Alonzo to the plate.
Louis Alonzo.
Look at Louis' numbers from the plate. 64 plate appearances, 53 official at-bats, 22 hits is second on the team, 20 singles leads the team, a double, a triple, 12 RBIs, second on the team. This is a ground ball to third off of his glove. He's got to play it first still, but he throws high and overthrows it. Davis rounds third, and he will trot home and make it 2-1. So that's an error on the third baseman. 2 errors in the inning. Cedar Park still without a hit, but they've got a run. And every batter has reached base. The vagaries of baseball.
Adam Vaughn.
And here's Adam Vaughn. Still no outs. 1 run in, it's 2-1. Swift at third, Alonzo at first for Adam Vaughn. Playing third today. That one outside, 1-0. Vaughn in limited duty at the plate has 11 at-bats, 5 hits, 3 singles, and a double and a home run. Scored 4 times, knocked in 4. Runner from first goes. They'll throw down. They'll cut it short, thinking they could sucker the guy off third. He does not move. So Louis Alonzo gets second. Swift is still at third. Pitch was a ball. 2-0 to Adam Vaughn. Vaughn has walked once, struck out 3 times, batting .455, which actually leads the team. That one misses, 3-0. Louis put the ball in play before he got to his batting average. It's pretty good at .415, third on the team. Here comes the 3-0. Wow, looked like a strike, but they gave him the base. We'll take it. 2 4-pitch walks in this inning for their pitcher, Evan Nikowski. Loads the bases with no outs for first baseman Jackson Harvey, and he's got 2 home runs this year. Of course, the wind is really blowing in stiffly. 13 hits, 8 singles, 2 doubles, a triple, and a homer. This one fielded by the first baseman in the grass and throws home. First out of the inning, forces out Swift at home on the 3-2 play at the plate. Alonzo gets third. Vaughn goes to second. Harvey is aboard at first on the fielder's choice. Neither team yet has a hit. 1 out for center fielder Christian Pickens. Swing and a miss, 0-1 to Christian. Pickens comes in hitting .357, 10 RBIs, 9 runs scored. 4 doubles, ties for the team lead. That one misses, 1-1. A little low, Pickens checks his swing, 2-1. Alonzo at third, Vaughn at second, Harvey at first. 1 down for Christian Pickens. Puts it in play, comes off the mound. His only play was at home. He tried to shovel it in, but couldn't get it. Fielder's choice, again hitless, but we tie the game with Alonzo scoring on a head-first slide.
Now back to the Timberwolves, number 13, Brady Richardson.
Vaughn goes to second, Harvey goes to first, second. Pickens now at first for Brady Richardson. The second baseman steps in. Bases loaded again. Still just 1 out. Puts it in play, a chopper, third base side, and it goes foul, 0-1. Richardson, 36 at-bats, 8 hits, 7 singles, and a double. 5 RBIs, scored 7 runs. 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts. It's tied for first on the team. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, hitting .222, Brady Richardson. Checking signals now with Lanny Williams up the third base line. 1 out, 2 runs are in. The score is tied 2-2. Bases loaded. Vaughn at third, Harvey at second, Pickens at first for Brady Richardson. Back to the action now. Low, actually nicely blocked by Isaiah Roman. Nobody can move up. 1-1 to Brady. Houston Molinaro's on deck. Carter Wohl is in the hole. Wohl in the hole. I'll get back to that in a minute. Grounder to short. Backhands it across to first. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Another run scores, though. RBI ground out for Brady Richardson. Still no hits in the game.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, number 22, left fielder Houston Molinaro.
Vaughn, who scored from third. Harvey to third. Pickens to second. Nobody on first for Houston Molinaro. Back through the middle. Pitcher gloves it and throws it away. Another run scores. A great glove play by the pitcher, Nikowski. 2-run score. They can still run into third as they chase it in the right field side. Molinaro. So he will live on an E1 and go all the way to third. Harvey scores from third. Pickens scores from second. There are still 2 outs. 2 more runs are in. And it's 5-2. Speaking of Wohl in the hole, my high school baseball team had a guy named Reggie, F-Y-R-E, Fire. We always loved saying fire in the hole. On the ground! Is that a fair ball? It should be fair. Yes, it is. Wohl rounds first. That ball's going way out to the fence in the corner. Wohl's going to get at least a triple out of this. Run scored on the play. Stand-up triple for Carter Wohl and an RBI. Molinaro scores from third on the play. Wish we could have done some of this in the last 3 innings last night. Still 2 outs. Now 6-2.
Now back to the Timberwolves, number 1, Cade Davis.
Back to the top of the order with Cade Davis. Walked and scored. First time up this inning. First pitch, called strike. A little low, but in the zone and on the edge. 0-1 to Cade Davis. This one low, blocked by Roman, 1-1. So Swift is on deck, Alonso in the hole. Davis is the 10th batter of the first inning for Cedar Park. The triple by Carter Wohl is the first hit of the game. Grounded foul towards our dugout, 1-2. Now Evan Nikowski a strike away from ending this hemorrhage of runs for Marble Falls. Only had one guy not reach base. Richardson grounded out to short, but knocked in a run while doing it. This one a ground ball between third and short into left field. Scores another run. An RBI single for Cade Davis. Carter Wohl scoring. Now 7-2. They could have just had 2 of these in the last inning last night. Here's Swift into the game hitting .426, lived on an E6 and was forced out at home. This one's taken to left field. Over and under it, their left fielder into the glove, makes the catch, Mason Long. And a long inning is over. They send 11 to the plate. They only get 2 hits, but there's several errors and a few walks, fielders' choices. And most importantly, though, how about 7 runs? 7-2 through 1 complete. We'll be back in just a minute.
Chances are, whether you were born and raised in Central Texas or just moved to the Austin area, you purchased a vehicle from the Covert Auto Group or know someone who has. Since 1909, with the opening of the first automotive dealership in Central Texas, Covert has taken pride in maintaining its position as Austin's leading auto group, now operating under its 5th generation of family members. With over 14 franchises in 7 locations, Covert continues to provide an unmatched total vehicle experience for the surrounding areas. Come to Covert for your Cadillac, Buick, or GMC automobiles.
All right, welcome back to Matt Ariano Park, Jay Severe Field. Moving on with baseball quotes will be given between innings. Here's one from Dave Bristol, the Milwaukee Brewers manager in 1972. There'll be 2 buses leaving the hotel for the park tomorrow. The 2 o'clock bus will be for those of you who need a little extra work. The empty bus will leave at 5. Dave Bristol, manager of the Brewers. We'll give one of those between each team's at-bat. And remember, through the 3rd inning, coming up another inning from now, we'll have head football coach and campus athletic director Michael Quintero up here talking with us about various aspects of his administrative duties as campus athletic director and, of course, spring football coming up. Alonso in the first inning threw 25 pitches. Behind in the strike-to-ball ratio, 12-13. Walked 2, he hit a guy, and struck out a pair. Allowed no hits, but 2 runs. So, Marble Falls to the plate here in the top of the 2nd. They're at 7, 8, and 9 in their order. First baseman Brady Elwertkowski will lead it off. Left-handed hitter. Carter Wool out to the mound to talk to Louis Alonso for a second. Before we get underway here in the top of the 2nd. Marble Falls feeling pretty good with their first inning, scoring 2 runs, leading Cedar Park on the road 2-0. Suddenly look up and they're down 7-2. We lost a bigger lead than that last night, though, so nothing is in the books yet. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. 0-1 to first baseman Brady Elwertkowski. That one about a 58-foot pitch, 1-1. Five of the 7 batters now for Marble Falls have started out 0-1 against Louis Alonso. Fouled out of play left side, 1-2, but that hadn't really translated to a lot of pitching success. A walk, strikeout, hit batsman, error on the first baseman. No, excuse me, put out by the first baseman. Another walk, another strikeout. 2 runs happened in the meantime. This one in the air, a blooper to Brady Richardson at second, just backed up about 3 steps and made the catch, 1 down.
Now batting for the Mustangs.
DH A.J. Scoville. One out, nobody on for the Stangs. Over the years, a couple of times, I've wangled some transportation with the teams going to games at Marble Falls. That one misses, 1-0. And ridden the team bus with the girls' basketball team once and with the baseball team once. And I find it interesting, as it's a called strike 1-1 to Scoville. They don't let them take 14-31. Got to go all the way up 183 to Liberty Hill, then over to Burnett, and then come back down to Marble Falls. Takes an hour and a half to do it. I wonder if Marble Falls does the same thing. 2-1 now to Scoville. Called strike 2. That's a winding road. Can't see around some of the curves. You got a bus full of teenagers, and if something bad happens, it's all over the national news, so I get it. Outside, nicely blocked by Wool, but a full count now to A.J. Scoville. Again, I've got the old email address up, voftheT@gmail.com. Send me a message. Tell me where you're watching from and who you're watching in specific, and we'll read it on the air High, ball 4. Third walk in 8 batters issued by Luis Alonso. So 1 out, runner at first for the pitcher, 9-hole hitter Evan Nikowski. Called strike 1. So now, through the order 1 time, 9 batters, and all but 2 of them started out 0-1 against Alonso. On the ground, through the hole between second and first in the left. No hitter is done in the last batter of the order. Scoville goes to second, and we're back at the top of the order with catcher Isaiah Roman. Walked and scored first time up.
For Isaiah Roman.
My brother and sister in town tonight, meeting at my place, having a big old giant pizza party. Looking forward to that. Everybody kind of likes different kinds of pizzas. We're ordering from 3 different places tonight. That one's outside of Roman 1-0. The one I like best, shut down, Brick Oven. Victim of COVID. An infield fly rule is in effect. Comes down in Brady's glove. Brady Richardson kind of standing on the base running line between first and second. 2 down. Bryce Atkinson, the second baseman, struck out swinging at an 0-2 pitch last time up. 2 down runners at second and first, Scoville and Nikowski for Bryce Atkinson. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Zamarripa's on deck if Atkinson reaches. And he does. Line drive into right. Loads the bases. Good on target throw home by Cade Davis to keep the runner at third, but they are loaded. Scoville at third, Nikowski at second, Atkinson at first. For John Zamarripa, 3-hole hitter, right fielder. He was a hit batsman last time up and ended up scoring their second run. High and in, 1-0 to Zamarripa. High and out, 2-0. Jake Carter, shortstop, on deck. He grounded out to the first baseman Harvey the first time up. Let's try to keep any more runs from happening here, though, and get Zamarripa. Inside, 3-0 to Zamarripa. Nowhere to put him. Louis has to throw a strike here. I'd rather them earn the run with a hit than get assigned the run through a walk. But they're assigned one. 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded. Put Zamarripa at first. Moves Atkinson to second. Nikowski to third, and Scoville scores. Seven to 3. And out comes Coach. Defense in the infield comes in, part of this also. Jake Carter due up. He'll be the 7th batter of the inning. They sent 6 in the first. Conference breaks up. No pitching change yet. Jake Carter to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. We just need an out anywhere here to stop the damage at 1 run here in the top of the second.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 11, Jake Carter.
Carter is their cleanup hitter. Wow, that was high and inside, and he called it a strike. We'll take that. Oh, and 1 to Carter. Swing and a miss. That was a better pitch, too. 0 and 2. On the ground, Richardson at second on it. Over for the out that ends the inning. 1 run scored, and we're kept the damage localized to just that. We're through 1.5. Lead now 7-3. We'll be right back.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
All right, continuing on our baseball quotes for the night, or for the day. This is Leo DeRocha, the Cubs manager in 1968, and he said, "Baseball is like church. Many attend, few understand." Again, we'll just keep giving you those quotes all through the game. Cedar Park up 7-3 now. Have their second trip to the plate here in the bottom of the second. They are at 3, 4, and 5 in the order to face Evan Nikowski. Sent 11 in the first inning and scored 7. Just got 2 hits to do it. Louis Alonso will lead off, and then Adam Vaughn and Jackson Harvey here in the Cedar Park second. Don't forget, don't go anywhere. After this at-bat, scheduled is Michael Quintero, head football coach and athletic director of the campus here at Cedar Park High. Come up and talk with us through the third inning.
Leading off the bottom of the second, for the Timberwolves, number 19, pitcher Louis Alonso.
So here is Louis Alonso. Came into the game hitting .415, chopped it towards third, and there was a throwing error on the third baseman that allowed Alonso to live, and he ended up scoring. On the ground, third baseman again off his glove, grabs it across the diamond, this one in time. Good reaction there and recovery by Hudson McBride to throw out Alonso, 1 down.
Now back to the Timberwolves, third baseman number 25, Adam Vaughn.
So here is Adam Vaughn playing third today, into the game hitting .455, still hitting .455. He walked and scored first time up on 4 pitches. That one outside for a called strike 1. Chopped foul, third base side, 0-2. I'm having a hard time seeing what happens in third because somebody in the Marble Falls stands there. There's a big umbrella in the way. This pitch high and gets to the screen. Nobody on base, though, 1-2. Got a message to the email address from Richard Harvey. Good luck to the T-Wolves today against Marble Falls. Have a great game watching from the bleachers at T-Wolves Field. Grandparents Richard and Rosalie Harvey. Thanks for the message. 2-2 now, the count to Adam Vaughn. Strikes him out looking. Good pitch. 2 down, nobody on for first baseman Jackson Harvey.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, first baseman number 26, Jackson Harvey.
Harvey came into the game hitting .271. Had a 2 RBI double last night and a 1 RBI single. On with the fielder's choice in this game and scored. First pitch a called strike 1. Way high, but did he call that a strike? No. 1-1. I just hope he gives us all the off the plate and below the knees and above the armpit strike calls he's given their pitcher. High and out. 2-1. Christian Pickens is on deck. Then Brady Richardson if we get something going. Chop foul in the plate area. 2-2 to Harvey. And now Evan Nikowski, after being tortured, 7 runs and 11 batters in the first inning, is 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. Doesn't get it there. Count runs full to Harvey. Oh, high and in. And he didn't call it a strike. So Harvey with a full count walk, first base runner of the inning.
Now batting for the Timberwolves, center fielder number 21.
Here's Christian Pickens playing center today. Came into the game hitting .357. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored. This one, chopper, 1 bouncer to short, across. Does he pick it up? Yes, he does. Throws in the dirt, and a nice grab by Brady Elwert-Kowski to end the inning, wasting the 2-out walk by Harvey on the 6-3 play. So through 2 complete, Cedar Park still leads 7-3. We'll be right back.
Home Solutions was founded on the principles of honesty, quality, communication, and integrity. They want to help you protect your home. They're proud of the industry they love and bring exceptional details to each job. When it comes to home repair or improving the exterior of your home or business, you can hire any old company, or you can hire people who genuinely care about you, people with your best interests in mind, and who educate their customers as well as they perform their jobs. People with a conscience and a genuine desire to do what's right and do it the right way. And that would be Empire Home Solutions at 512-998-3372.
Here are a few quotes from Yogi Berra, one of the more quotable players in baseball history and managers, personalities. Love is the most important thing in the world, but baseball's pretty good too. More from Yogi. Baseball's 90% mental and the other half is physical. Little League Baseball is a very good thing because it keeps the parents off the streets. He hits from both sides of the plate. He's amphibious. Bunch of quotes there from Yogi Berra. We'll have more as the game goes on. Top of the third now.
Top of the third for the Mustangs, number 13, Cale Cochran.
Marble Falls at 5, 6, and 7 in their order. Leading off center fielder Cale Cochran. Cochran walked and was stranded at third his first trip. This one's called strike 1.
Quintero to the press box, please. Coach Quintero to the press box.
Here's the 0-1. A little high, 1-1 to Cochran. Called strike 2, 1-2. That one nicely blocked by Wohl. 2-2 to Cale Cochran. This pitch sails a little bit high, so full count to Cale Cochran, the Mustang center fielder, leading off here in the third. Line foul into the net on the right side. We'll do full count all over again. This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat for Cale Cochran. Second full count pitch to the screen. Cochran to first, another leadoff walk of an inning. That could get expensive. Fourth walk of the game issued by Cedar Park. Brings the plate third baseman Hudson McBride, who struck out swinging at a 2-2 pitch first time up, and we've been joined by head football coach, campus athletic director Michael Quintero. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, let me turn you up a little bit. Say something again.
I'm good, thank you.
There we go. That's a little bit better. Had you a little quiet there, and I know you're not a quiet person.
No.
Come to take in some baseball today, huh?
Oh, yeah, just watching the kids compete, man.
Shows bunt, pulls the bat back. Does not ring him up. 1-0 to Hudson McBride. So the first thing I want to talk about is, you're head football coach, people know that, but also campus athletic director. What are some of those jobs entail, being that guy?
Well, the number one thing is, being around and making sure that we're supporting the kids and everything. I love watching all of our guys, especially in football, that are out there being multi-sport athletes, and then obviously
a lot of them on this team, yeah.
A bunch of them. So, whether it be out here on the track, softball, we got a bunch of volleyball girls that are running track, playing softball and soccer. So
there's a bunt right in front of the plate. Wall gets up on it, throws it down to Harvey at first. There's a couple of guys
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So one down. McBride retired on the 2-3 play. Brady Elwardkowski, Mustangs first baseman, comes to plate. He lined out to Brady Richardson, first time up. So give us an example of what are some of the decisions you're faced with as the campus athletic director that have nothing to do with football during the season?
Oh, just helping with schedules. Some of those things with different districts that are happening, making sure that we do that. Just making sure we're supporting the other head coaches of the other sports, helping them with their programs, not necessarily getting in between, but just making sure that they have our support.
That one gets through, ball 2, and the runner Cochran goes to third on the play. Are you involved in the hiring of other coaches? I know the principal's in on that, but are you involved in that as well?
Yeah, we do that.
Not just football assistant coaches, but let's say they need a new assistant coach in softball or something. You're involved in that too?
Yes, sir.
That one's high and out with the fastball. 3-0 the count now. What about Donnie Ott? What a guy what a find that's turned out to be. That guy is a heck of a basketball coach.
He is. He's an absolute. He's good for this campus and what he's done with that program. He's top notch. It's shown. So we're lucky to have him.
I know. I was just wondering. We were talking here before the game started. I wonder how long we can keep him. He's bound to be attractive.
For a long time.
I do too. Bound to be attractive to a lot of people at the next level. So runners at the corners now of that walk for A.J. Scoville. The DH walked and scored first time up. Walks last night and today are the bane of the Cedar Park pitchers. There's a called strike one from Louis Alonzo. Spring football, when does that start up?
We start up on the 18th. 18th in the morning.
When does it last through?
We got our spring game on May 20th. That's a Friday.
So it's about a month worth.
About a month. We got about 18 practices that we're looking at doing, and we're excited. We're excited to see the kids reap what they've all the hard work that they've put in this off season, and especially coming off COVID, where it was just kind of hit and miss with off season. It's good to get them in an off season and let them work a little bit, with some consistency. So it's been fun.
What are football players that aren't on the baseball team doing right now as that pitch goes through and run comes in to score Cochran and make it 7-4? Elwardkowski goes to second on the play.
Well, right now we're in our football phase, so we're footballing 3 days a week in the period, getting ready for installs, and then our kids, work ethic and the expectations that we have, their battalion groups have them lifting in the mornings, so they get some lifts in the mornings in the period, and we're footballing 3 days a week, so we're getting geared up.
So what is the itinerary for spring practice? What do you do like in the first week and in the second and the third and the fourth?
Well, obviously, like we do in the fall, we're going to work on the basics and the individual positions, working footwork, things like that, what I like to call the detailed things, the things that some people think are small details that we think are big, and what separate us from everybody else, and then just start installing our plans for the fall, and focusing on some things that we got to get better at after evaluating the season. So we got a lot on our plate.
Now we've got an unusual situation in one respect coming up this fall. The last time this happened was 2008, as there's a fly ball towards center field, drifting over to his right underneath it. Making the catch is Christian Pickens, and that retires the side. One run did score. It's 7-4 now in the middle of the third. Let me mark that down, and we're going to stay here and talk to Coach Q. And the thing that I'm talking about that hasn't happened since 2008 is we're going to enter the season with no quarterbacks on the roster who've ever taken a varsity snap. So you got your work cut out there, you and your quarterbacks coach.
No, it's easy. It's easy when it's easy when you got the kids that we have working there. Talking about Aiden Art, Aiden Long, those guys, Danny, guys that are putting the work in to be great at what they do. Not only that, they're great leaders. So when you have that character aspect, it helps a coach because they can depend on you, and the accountability's there. And they've done an unbelievable job. So I feel really good about the competition that's going to go on there at the quarterback spot. So.
You'd mentioned something there that really we have learned over the years is maybe the number one thing in high school football, leadership. We've had teams with talented rosters that kind of disappointed. Nobody stepped up and was the leader. We've had other teams that didn't look like they had a lot of talent, like 2014, went to the state championship game. And they did it because of good leadership. So talk about that.
Yeah, the big emphasis this year going into off season was, first of all, working on the character of our players. I don't think you can be a good leader if you don't have the respect of the people that are around you. And I think that's holding yourself accountable first before you can be a leader and hold others accountable. And I think that's something that our battalion leaders have worked hard at. I think there's a mutual respect between our players, and they're a tight-knit bunch. So I think that's what makes them special. Going back to 2012, 2014, and the 15 team even. Just a tight-knit bunch of guys who really laid on the line for each other, and like I've told the kids all along, I said, look, we're going to play a season, but you got to love being here. You got to love being around the guys that you're playing with, and if you don't, it won't work. So they've really taken that in stride, and it means something to them.
And for those of us who aren't around them all day, every day, and then spend some time around them, you can feel whether that's there or not.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In any team, even those of us on the outside who spend 27 minutes around these players, whether this is a team that's got that going for them or it doesn't.
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the things that you notice a lot about this group is we got a lot of guys out here playing multiple sports, and those guys that are out of season, you see them out here supporting their brothers, and I think that's important. You see the cohesiveness between them, and again, they're always on the phone when a guy, if we're missing a guy, they're always finding out where they're at, and there's just that accountability that you have to have, and it can't just be by coaches, it's got to be by players. And when the players start holding each other accountable and they have that high standard for each other, then everything else falls into place.
It's Brady Richardson leading off the Timberwolves third here. That's a ball outside for a 1-2 count now for Brady. On deck is left fielder Houston Molinaro, another guy you know, and the catcher Carter Wall. Then we're back to the top of the order with Cade Davis. That one outside, 2-2 now, even count to Richardson. Well, you're back around to that girls basketball team again. I was checking. They've won 68 straight district games. That record is second longest current district streak in the nation.
Yes.
This one is chopped foul to the first base side, so it's still 2-2. But that's not really true. It's really the longest because the team that leads them, if somebody's got 94, last year they suffered a big blowout loss to somebody, and then that team self-reported a JV player who played 3 minutes and ineligible and had to forfeit the game.
Right.
So they've got a forfeit stuck in there. I ain't counting that. We got the longest one.
Me either. I'll be glad to brag on that.
He's out at first. So one down. Let me update the scoreboard here for you. Nobody on for Houston Molinaro, left fielder. And Houston came into this game batting .344. Lived on an error on the pitcher first time up. Hard line drive back to him at the glove and then made a bad throw to first. And Houston ended up scoring. Let's see what he can do with one out and nobody on here. Strike one. And, Coach, you know, that girls basketball team with a couple of state titles in a row, about 5 years worth of undefeated district play and 5 district titles in a row. And these guys, these girls, is that one fair? No, foul ball. Just barely foul for Molinaro. This is a team, when you spend a few minutes around them, they've got that thing too, and I'm sure you've noticed that at the Timberdome.
Yeah, I go around to all the coaches' practices just to to watch, because I want to hear what goes into their game plan.
Yeah,
and
how are
stuff.
they doing this?
And I tell you what, going and watching the girls practice, just a focus bunch. It's all business there, and they've got a great itinerary every time they go to practice, and they got a great plan. And I think there's a lot of thought that goes in from the girls' coaching staff and then bleeds into their girls, and that work ethic's there. And it's fun to watch them practice. And people like to watch the games. That's always a given. But I love watching them practice. And I can say that for Coach Brown and those guys over there too. They're very meticulous of what they do, and they're very detailed. And I enjoy watching their practices and watching the kids grind, and getting better at what they do.
Houston Molinaro struck out on 3 pitches. It's 2 down, none aboard now for the catcher, Carter Wall. Takes the first 2 pitches, both balls. And that team, it's got plenty of talent. It's got everything. It's got plenty of talent, probably the best player in Texas in G. Mall. They've got plenty of good depth, which you really need to go far.
Yes.
They've got that great focus that you were talking about. They got great game planning by the coaching staff and a great leader in Donnie Ott. I mean, they've got every ingredient you need.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things with when you build a great program. You want it to stay in the drive position. And I think that's what's happened here in a lot of our sports. And I think that's what makes this place so special is that you've got a high standard of accountability, and you've got a high standard of performance and preparation, and that's what makes this place so great, I think. And I'm not just talking about the fields and the courts. I'm talking about in the school. I'm talking about from the leadership down. It's just there's a high standard for our kids to be
the music hall.
Yeah.
And Carter Wool walks on 4 pitches, so at the top of the order with Cade Davis now. The right fielder came in hitting .367, walked and scored, and had an RBI single. A throw over to first for Marble Falls. 2 outs, Wool at first. And boy, that girls basketball team now 2 state titles. They've caught up to the football team. We need to get another one, Coach.
I know it.
That misses 2-0. You get addicted to those long playoff runs once you've done a few of them. You know that?
You do. It's when you play, you play that long and you get an experience of walking out onto some of those fields, and it's hard not to want to go back, of course.
Yeah, no kidding. I thought after the first one that we won in 2012, I thought, that scratches a hell of a big itch for me.
Yes.
I'm satisfied. I can die happy now. And I thought, we go again in 14 to the state championship game. I thought maybe somehow that'd be diminished. It wasn't. It was still just as big a deal.
Yeah, it's
and 15 again.
I think every time you do it, it's a better feeling. I mean, because you've got that pressure to make those runs again, and when you're able to accomplish those long seasons, and watching your kids love being there, I think it says a lot about your program.
And so Cade Davis works a walk on a 3-1 pitch, his second walk of the game, and that moves Wool to second base. They started out, the Mustangs, with 2 outs in this inning, a pair of strikeouts, and then 2 walks. For All-State shortstop Julian Swift, came in hitting .426, lived on an E6, but then was out on a force-out play at home. The other time he flied out to left, and they're going to talk about this. And, Coach, let's talk about the job Lanny Williams has done. He took over a baseball coach that kind of got run out of town before him, and he kind of got run out of his town, came over here, and he's just done a great job communicating with these kids, leading them to wins.
Yeah, I can't speak for anybody, before I got here, but I will tell you, watching Coach Williams and his staff over here, and how they work these kids out and the plan that they have for them, I think he's unbelievable for our baseball program, and he's an unbelievable football coach too. Watching him coach our running backs, I mean, just attention to detail is great, and I think it shows in all the kids that he's able to coach. So, he's good for our baseball program here for sure.
Last year's 30-7 record in baseball set a program record for most wins in a season, the 30, and fewest losses in a season, the 7. So here we go now with Swift at the plate, a dangerous hitter, leads the team in a whole bunch of offensive categories, takes the first one for a call, strike 1. And we look at Swift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 categories he is the team leader in. 1-0 to Julian, getting some collegiate attention on the ground, backhanded by the shortstop. He'll go with a force out at third, and they make it, and that ends the inning. So Cedar Park does not add to their 7-4 lead. And we'll go to the top of the 4th in a little bit. Thanks, Coach, for coming up.
Yeah,
great talking with you.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Head football coach Michael Quintero, campus athletic director, joining us here on Timberwolf Baseball today. We'll be right back in just a minute.
The Steam Team is a true Austin original, the only locally owned full-service cleaning and catastrophe management company in the Austin area. The Steam Team serves homeowners and businesses with a wide range of services, meeting both routine and emergency needs with prompt, expert, guaranteed service. Founded in Austin in 1983, the Steam Team has built its reputation on performing beyond expectations with greater professional focus and personal involvement than its competitors. From initial consultation and planning through project management, catastrophe management, reconstruction, and restoration. The staff of the Steam Team is professional, dedicated, and enthusiastic. That's the Steam Team at thesteamteam.com.
All right, here's our next quote. This is from Henry Aaron, Hank Aaron, the big home run champ. It took me 17 years to get 3,000 hits in baseball. Only took one afternoon on the golf course. I like that one. And here's another one from Boston Globe writer Jim Bouton. A ball player spends a good piece of his life gripping a baseball, and in the end, it turns out it was the other way around all wrong. I like both of those. We'll have more baseball quotes as the game goes on. Willie Alonso out again for his next inning of work. It will be his 4th. We go to the top of the 4th. Up 7-4, 9-1-2 due in the Mustangs order. The pitcher Evan Nikowski will lead off, and then catcher Isaiah Roman, second baseman Bryce Atkinson. Those guys, the first hitter of this inning and the third hitter of this inning, have both of Marble Falls' 2 hits. Cedar Park's got 7 runs, but only 3 hits. Here's 9-hitter pitcher Evan Nikowski, who singled last time up to break up the no-hitter, but was stranded at third. That one misses outside, 1-0. In an upcoming home game, and I'm thinking of looking at the Georgetown game, the closing game of the regular season is on a Friday night. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Of having Coach Ott aboard, talking with him for a little bit, and inviting the girls out and have their names announced as they stand in the concourse. And this one is a little Texas leaguer. Where is it? A diving catch by Cade Davis. Outstanding defensive play in short right field, and there's one down. Thought that was going to drop in, and Davis used his best speed and got there. Top of the order, catcher Isaiah Roman. Yeah, we'll have Coach Ott. He'll talk with me for an inning or so, just like Coach Q just did, about women's basketball at Cedar Park. And then we'll also try to have some of the girls. We'll announce the girls to the crowd here and let them take their bows. And I'll get 2 or 3 of them, those who aren't afraid of a microphone, and we kind of know who those are, come up and spend a little time talking with me too. Ooh, that's a nice curveball, but I guess it missed. 1-0 to Roman. Roman walked and scored in the first inning and then popped up to Brady Richardson at second. There's a nice one that dropped in, 1-1. Yeah, since Brick Oven closed, I think my pizza's going to be from Marco's tonight. Like pepperoni, extra cheese, bell peppers, and mushrooms. There's a strike, 1-2. Gosh, I shouldn't have said that. My mouth is watering. Well, update the scoreboard with the out there. 1 down. Fouled into the net right side. Still 1-2 to Isaiah Roman. Bryce Atkinson, the second baseman, is on deck. Coach Q mentioned on the way out it was good to be up here in the air conditioning for a little while. He's got to go back out in that fierce sun, and there's a strikeout on the outside edge. Caught looking is Isaiah Roman. 2 down. Two-hole hitter, second baseman Bryce Atkinson. Struck out swinging at an 0-2 pitch in the first, singled to the right side in the second, and was stranded at second. This one he lifts to shallow right. Davis is underneath that one with a little bit easier catch than the first out of the inning. So we're through 3.5. The 7-4 lead is intact. Timberwolves come to the plate when we come back.
Thundercloud Subs is a neighborhood sub shop with a rich tradition of good-natured people serving fresh, fast, and healthy food in a quirky and fun atmosphere. Founded in Austin in 1975, Thundercloud has the simple philosophy of selling a great sub at a reasonable price with superb ingredients. Scratch-baked bread, meats, cheeses, and produce sliced fresh every day. All these ingredients come together to create the one and only Thundercloud Sub at 4 Points and at 700 East Whitestone in Cedar Park.
All right, here's your next baseball quote. Excuse me. This is from Pittsburgh manager Chuck Tanner. Excuse me, got something in my throat. The greatest feeling in the world is to win a Major League Baseball game. Second greatest feeling in the world is to lose a Major League Baseball game. A little perspective there on what a good life that would be to lead. And this is journalist and author George Will, a great baseball fan. He once said this: baseball, it is said, is only a game. True, and the Grand Canyon is only a hole in Arizona. Hope you're liking those quotes. Check the email, see if we got any messages today. None so far. Send your email to voftheT@gmail.com. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're watching in specific, and we'll read it on the air. Bottom of the fourth now. Cedar Park has gone scoreless since scoring 7 in the bottom of the first. Got a touchdown on our opening drive and haven't done anything since. They're at 3, 4, and 5 in the order. That will be the pitcher, Louis Alonso, third baseman Adam Vaughn, and first baseman Jackson Harvey, all pretty good hitters. Cedar Park has good hitters all through the order.
Yes, sir. Okay. I don't think it does. I think I got all that out.
So here's Alonso, came in hitting .415. Lived on an error on the third baseman and scored. And then he bounced out to the third baseman. Supposed to get to 84 today. It is 2:25. We're a little bit behind our 7-inning game. We're only, theoretically halfway through the game, 3.5 in. First pitch is a called strike to Louis. Swing and a miss, strike 2. But again, I'd be happy at this point if everybody got out the rest of the game. That's a 7-4 win, and we're out of here. On the ground at the second baseman. Grabs it. Over to first in time for the out. Bryce Atkinson to Brady Elwert-Kowski to retire Louis Alonso. One down. Adam Vaughn, the third baseman, steps to the plate. Into the game hitting .455, walked and scored, and struck out looking at a 2-2 pitch. That one a little high. 1-0 to Adam. Jackson Harvey on deck. Christian Pickens in the hole. One out, nobody on. Fouled into the net right side, 1-1. Got my burger from the concession stand before the game. My God, those are good. They do such a great job at the concession stand here. Be sure to spend some of your money. You know it goes to a great cause anytime you're at the ballpark. Grounder to short. On it, over to first. Jake Carter to Brady Elward-Kowski for the out. A 4-3 and a 6-3 in this inning so far for the 2 outs. Now with 2 outs, nobody on. First baseman Jackson Harvey steps to the plate. Comes in hitting .271. On with the fielder's choice and scored, and then walked and was stranded at first. Low and away, 1-0. Cedar Park sent 11 in the first inning. They've only sent 2 over the minimum since. Called strike, 1-1. There's another called strike. Catches the other edge of the plate. 1-2 to Harvey. Now Marble Falls a strike away from the first 3 up, 3 down inning by either team today. Oh no, they went 3 up, 3 down the last at-bat. Never mind. Foul, left side out of play. Still 1-2 to Jackson Harvey. One of the guys had a really good night at the plate last night. Well, he did well offensively. Scored 8 runs in a difficult ballpark to play in, but other things did not go so well. Outside, 2-2. A compliment, I don't know if these guys on our team realize it, but a compliment was the way that Georgetown rushed the field like they'd won the state title after they won that game last night. They don't do that, probably, when they beat Eastview and Marble Falls, but they did it for Cedar Park. That's a big compliment. Harvey swings and misses. Both teams go 1-2-3 in the 4th. We'll be right back in a minute.
Southern Landscape of Austin. Established in 1982, Southern Landscape is a licensed and insured full-service landscape design and outdoor construction firm dedicated to building custom landscape and outdoor living spaces. For 40 years, they've specialized in features like custom landscape design, water features, vineyards, irrigation, hardscaping, patios, decks, arbors, retaining walls, fencing, outdoor kitchens, pools, fireplaces, fire pits, and lighting. Southern Landscape staff is comprised of full-time, licensed, bonded, and insured professionals who are passionate about their work. Call them today at 512-263-8450 or visit southernlandscape.com.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Here's another baseball quote. This one from Pete Rose. I'd walk through hell in a gasoline suit to play baseball. He's probably still thinking that these days, being banned from the sport for gambling. And here's my opinion on the Pete Rose thing. Yeah, Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest players who ever lived. Needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He gambled, yeah. It's against the rules, yeah. He's already paid more than he needs to pay in punishment for that, especially when it's been verified he always bet on his own team to win. You know, it is a crime if you bet on your team to lose because you can do things to blow games. He was always betting on his team to win. So, yeah, it's gambling. It's not the kind of gambling that, to me, causes a player to damage the game. Pete Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame. Charlie Hustle, even though he did run over Ray Fosse and end his career in an All-Star game. Top of the 5th now, 3-4-5 due for the Mustangs. Right fielder John Zamarripa. So hit batsman and scored, and walked and was stranded at first. Called strike 1. Don't forget, send me a message via the T@gmail.com. Love to keep hearing from you. Outside, 1-1. Jake Carter on deck, Cale Cochran in the hole for the Mustangs. In the dirt, good glove by Wall, 2-1. This one towards center, chasing it, Zamarripa double. Yeah, I've been waiting to say something like that. First extra base hit of the game for the Mustangs. Only their third hit. Jake Carter, the shortstop, steps in. He is 0 for 2. Grounded out to the first baseman and the second baseman. Right-handed hitter, so he's pushing the ball to the other side. This is a bunt, back to the mound. Only plays at first. He makes the play. Runner gets to third, Zamarripa. Carter down on the sacrifice bunt, 1-3.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 13, Cale Cochran.
Cale Cochran, the center fielder, steps in. One down, runner at third. Swing and a miss, 0-1 to Cochran. He walked both times up, both times on full count pitches. In fact, this will be the 15th pitch he has seen from Alonso today, and that's outside, 1-1. Swung on and golfed into right. Cade can't get to it. Gets through him to the wall. 1 run scores. That's Zamarripa. Here's the throw at third, not in time. So an RBI triple to right for Cale Cochran. Got a double and a triple in the inning. And it's 7-5. Tie and run to the plate. Sounds familiar. We score 7 straight runs to take a big lead, and then we go quiet while they, piece by piece, chip away at it. Here's Hudson McBride. Struck out and grounded out to the catcher. He swung and only went a couple of feet. This one fouled into the net, the right side, 0-1 to McBride. One out, 1 run in. Runner at third is Cale Cochran. Tactical conversation with his head coach up the third base line for Hudson McBride. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Louis Alonso. On the ground, back through the middle. Shortstop grabs it on his knees, up with the throw, run scores, but a good defensive play by shortstop Julian Swift. 7-6. Two outs. Nobody aboard for first baseman Brady Elwardkowski. Swing and a miss, 0-1. High and outside, 1-1. Outside 2-1. On my cheeseburger today, not only the normal, just, tomato and ketchup and mayonnaise and lettuce. I dumped a fistful of jalapenos on it for a jalapeno burger. It was pretty good. I need to get one of those. I also got hot dogs, sausage wraps over there, all kinds of candies and other confectionaries in the stands. In the trailer for you to take to the stands. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. A strikeout to end the inning for Louis. But a double and a triple and a sacrifice bunt. Score 2 more. The lead has been whittled from 5 all the way down to 1 now in the last couple of innings. We'll be right back.
Bussey Roofing understands how important your home and business is to you and the significant investment involved for quality roof installation. As a reputable and professional roofing repair contractor, Bussey Roofing offers years of experience that includes a complete and comprehensive range of roof services that are designed to enhance curb appeal, provide energy efficiency, and increase the value of your business or commercial property. That's Bussey Roofing, Cedar Park Roofing, roof repairs, and roof restoration. Visit them at busseyroofing.com.
All right, another quote. This one again from Ted Williams. Baseball is the only field of endeavor where a man can succeed just 3 times out of 10 and be considered one of the greatest performers. True. Here's one from Tucker Elliott. In high school, I wrote an essay on baseball in general, and my teacher told me I had to rewrite it on a far more serious topic. So I wrote an essay about the World Series. Go now to the bottom of the 5th inning, getting late. Lead being whittled down in a weirdly and strangely and fearfully familiar scenario to last night. Center fielder Christian Pickens, second baseman Brady Richardson, left fielder Houston Molinaro all due in this inning. They are hitless in 6 trips so far in this game.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Timberwolves, number 21, Christian Pickens.
There's Pickens into the game hitting .357, reached on the fielder's choice and scored and grounded out to short. In fact, I'm looking through here. Cedar Park doesn't have a hit since Cade Davis's single in the second. Excuse me, that was in the first. Both of our hits came in the first. Here's Pickens. Cedar Park absolutely must get the offense going. A little high on that one, 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Cedar Park benefited from fortunate circumstances to score their 7 in the bottom of the second. The offense wasn't much better in that inning than it has been the rest of the game. There's a bunch of walks and errors that led to the runs. 2-1 now the count to Pickens. But both of our hits were in that inning. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now to Pickens. This one in the dirt and gets away, runs a count full. Maybe Pickens can be a 77%er. We've had one in the game. Davis led off the game with a walk and scored. They had 2 guys lead off an inning with a walk, and both of them scored. So that stat is amazingly true. So that one's high and in. Full count walk to lead off the bottom of the 5th for Christian Pickens.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now batting for the Timberwolves, number 3, Austin Garcia.
Austin Garcia is going to pinch hit for Richardson in the 7th spot and probably go in at second. Gives a small strike zone to Evan Nikowski. Shows bunt, misses it. Fouled it in the plate area, same thing. 0-1. Throw to first. Only the second of the game for Marble Falls. Cedar Park 7 in the first, nothing in the second, third, fourth, or so far in the 5th. Marble Falls 2 in the first, 1 in the second, nothing in the third or fourth, 2 in the 5th. 1-1 as he pulls his bat back in time that time, Garcia. Another throw to first, their third. Runner's going, swings through, the ball, the pitch is a strike, throw not in time, stolen base for Austin Garcia, for Christian Pickens. 1-2 the count to Garcia. That one misses as well. 2-2, Austin Garcia. No outs, Pickens at second. Trying to expand the lead. Oh, and that hits him. So Garcia to first is a hit batsman. Pickens stays at second. Still no outs for left fielder Houston Molinaro. Maybe here comes the offense. Nursing a one-run lead, 7-6 here in the bottom of the fifth.
Probably the best walk of the song. Right, I agree.
Molinaro will go up third base line to talk. Two runners come over to talk to Lanny Williams as well.
I'll leave you alone. You don't like it? I'm just messing with you.
The umpire walks kind of like he's got a bad meniscus or two. Walks like me after doing a full day of yard work.
Now back to the Timberwolves, number 22, Houston Molinaro.
So here's Molinaro in hitting .344. On with an error on the pitcher and then scored and then struck out looking. Shows bunt. Bunts it up the third base side, but it's going to roll foul.
He's got 5-7 like I do.
Okay. All right, we've checked the score. Somewhere in the third inning, I've got the leadoff hitter, who was Cale Cochran, walking. He probably did walk, but I've got him scoring. But that was when Michael Quintero was here, and the ball goes and hits him. Not Quintero, but Molinaro. That loads the bases, sending Pickens to third, Garcia to second. Two hit batsmen in a row from Evan Nikowski. No immediate movement to remove him. Anyway, while Coach Q was here and I was trying to both do three things: interview him, call the game's action, and mark it down. I may have marked down a run scoring that didn't happen. Two other guys keeping score did not have a third inning run. So I'm going to take a run off my scoreboard, make it 7-5. There's the pitch for a called strike on Carter Wohl. Wohl had an RBI triple in the first. Walked and was stranded at second in the second. So there, that run just came off. 1-1 now, the count to Carter. Inside and high, 2-1. One misses 3-1. As I'm looking, I remember one of our final outs of an inning being an out at third. It may have been hit. I may have marked that as a run instead of an out while I was also talking to Coach Q. I think that's what happened. That one lined into the net. Full count now for Carter Wall. Cade Davis on deck, Julian Swift in the hole. Cedar Park needs some runs here to pad this lead, which is twice as big as I thought it was. 7-5, not 7-6. Outside. Oh, they say he went. So one down. Top of the order with Davis.
Now batting number 1, Cade Davis.
I would have called that a check swing, but I'm partial. Davis into the game hitting .367, walked and scored. RBI single and stranded at first, walked and stranded at first. And their coach coming out to talk to the home umpire. Got his lineup card with him. Now they're going down to talk to Lanny Williams at third. Not sure what this is about. We haven't made any substitutions, except for Garcia. Who is one of the runners on base at second. Could just about be the only question. Is Garcia listed on our lineup of subs there?
Yes.
Okay. And he is. I mean, he was listed on the available subs on that right-hand list, right? Okay. So I'm not sure what they're talking about. Ump's done with Lanny Williams, gone back to the Marble Falls coach. Now he's done with him. What was it?
Quinn came in for Carter when he came in to pitch.
When he came in. Okay.
That's what he's asking about because it wasn't Carter then.
Here's Davis. Lowe gets through him. Here comes the runner home from third, and he gets there. Great slide by Christian Pickens. Makes it 8-5. Austin Garcia goes to third. Houston Molinaro goes to second. Count 1-0 to Cade Davis. Called strike one to Cade, 1-1. Swift is on deck. Louis Alonso scheduled next. Swung on, line drive into left field. One run scores, round in third. They're sending him home. No, they'll keep him at third. So an RBI single to left for Cade Davis scores Austin Garcia, and it's 9-5. Houston Molinaro moves up to third on the play, so runners at the corners for the shortstop, Julian Swift.
Number 24, shortstop Julian Swift.
Cedar Park doing what we needed them to do, which is widen that lead. It had been being chopped up since the first inning. These are our first runs since then, right here in the fifth. That one misses to Swift, 1-0. He came in hitting .426, on with an E6 and forced out at home. A bases loaded ground ball in the infield. Then he flied out to left and then reached for the fielder's choice when the third out of the inning was made elsewhere. That one high. 2-0 to Swift. That one on the ground. Second baseman have to hustle. Can't get to it. Into left or right field. Another run scores. That was Houston Molinaro from third, making it 10-5. Davis goes to second. RBI single on the ground into right for Julian Swift. Brings up the pitcher Louis Alonso.
Now batting number 19, Louis Alonso.
Still just one out for Louis. Comes in hitting .415. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Lived on an E5 and scored. Grounded out to third, grounded out to second. So 3 ground balls in the infield for Alonso today. He's a better hitter than that, so he's due. Maybe we'll get it right here. High and in, 1-1. Cedar Park with just 2 hits on the game until this inning. Got a couple more, the last 2 batters. Nikowski kicks the runner Davis back to second. Louis Alonso waiting his 1-1. Chop towards third. Fair ball, and it's off his glove. I don't know that he gets Louis anyway. He's chasing all the way into foul territory, running full speed the other way. I'm going to give Louis an infield single on that one.
Now batting number 25, Adam Vaughn.
Coach can do what he wants with it officially, but for now I'm calling that an infield single. That pushes Davis to third, Swift to second, Alonso at first. Bases loaded with Timberwolves for a pretty decent hitter. A guy who comes in hitting .455, Adam Vaughn. And he's due. Hitless in 3 trips, walked and scored, struck out and grounded to short. High and outside, 1-0. 8th batter of the frame for Cedar Park. Jackson Harvey on deck. And we'll bat around if we get to Jackson. That one's inside, 2-0. Another weird thing about last night is that 2 of the best pitchers in the district against each other, Silva and Adam Vaughn. First 2 at-bats for Vaughn. Silva, the first pitch, hits him. I mean, it almost looked deliberate, but I don't know. That one misses, 3-0. Weird stuff last night in Georgetown. Outside, a 4-pitch walk. An RWI for Adam Vaughn. Pushes Alonso to second. Swift to third. Cade Davis scores. And it's 11-5. And a few minutes ago I was telling you that it was 7-6.
Your attention please. Now batting for the Timberwolves, number 12, Caleb Rhodes.
Pinch hitter for Jackson Harvey in the 5 spot is Caleb Rhodes. Does not have a batting average on the season, so looking for his first hit. So just 1 out here, and we have batted around in the 5th, scored 4 runs. Nice pitch for called strike 1. I'm glad we're inside the air conditioning too. It looks hot out there. Swing and a miss is something very high. Actually, he tipped it, 0-2. Pickens is scheduled next, and that is him in the on-deck circle as that one misses, 1-2. So can Rhodes play first base? Will it just be a straight swap there for Harvey, you think? Tapped in the infield towards the third base side. Run comes home. No play at all. An infield single for Caleb Rhodes and an RBI on his first varsity hit. Bases remain loaded. That was Swift scoring from third. Alonzo goes from second to third. Vaughn goes from first to second. Rhodes is at first. We've batted around, and Christian Pickens will get his second at-bat of the inning. He's already walked and scored this inning.
Now back to the Timberwolves, number 21, Christian Pickens.
We've now scored 5 runs in the inning. It's 12-5. Foul on the first pitch, 0-1 to Pickens. Hitless in 3 trips, but he's been on base twice. Once as a fielder's choice, and he scored. Grounded out to short, then walked and stole a base and scored. This one way wild. Everybody's going to move up. Another run will score. That's 13-5. There's Alonzo scoring from third. Vaughn goes to third. Rhodes goes to second. And the count's 1-1 to Christian Pickens. Make that 2-1. 10th batter of the inning. 6 runs scored in the inning. He scored 7 in the first. So we got another touchdown here. We need to go for the extra point. Low. 3-1 the count to Pickens. One more called ball. The bases are loaded again. Foul back into the net. Full count now to Pickens. Giving directions out there to the ball chasers. Here comes a full count pitch to Pickens. Bases loaded, 1 out. Swing and a miss. And he's down. 2 away for Austin Garcia. Runners at second and third. They'll call for a conference over there with Coach Williams. Garcia, 11th batter of the inning, and they are finally going for a pitching change. Well, we at Cedar Park has sent, let's see. 2, 3, 7, 20, 9, 18. $32 to the plate for Cedar Park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 of 32 batters sent to the plate by Cedar Park have made it to base.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
That's a phenomenal number.
17, Kyle Curtis.
Kyle Curtis is the new pitcher for Marble Falls, and while he warms up, we'll let you hear from one of our sponsors.
Centex Material Handling is a family-owned and operated business located in Central Texas. Since 2011, they've supplied outstanding commercial equipment and industrial solutions for businesses throughout the Southwest. They pride themselves on the reputation they've established over the years. Whether your company needs industrial cranes, conveyor systems, a turnkey material handling system, or various storage equipment options, Centex Material Handling is a one-stop shop with step-by-step consultancy before, during, and after every project to ensure they meet any and all of your business needs. Centex Material Handling looks forward to working with you.
Kyle Curtis, the new pitcher for Marble Falls. You can see him warming up there, a righty. First guy he will face is second baseman Austin Garcia, on in relief at second of Brady Richardson. He's been up once already. He was a hit batsman and ended up scoring a run earlier this inning. There are 2 outs. Swung on, lifted, foul territory, chasing it, but out of play. 0-1 to Augie Garcia. Houston Molinaro on deck. Carter Wohl in the hole. We got Wohl in the hole again. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Vaughn at third, Rhodes at second. Called strike. 0-2 to Garcia. Swing and a miss. Garcia is down. Cedar Park sends 11 to the plate, and they score 6 more runs. We'll be right back after this.
Chances are, whether you were born and raised in Central Texas or just moved to the Austin area, you purchased a vehicle from the Cover Auto Group or know someone who has. Since 1909, with the opening of the first automotive dealership in Central Texas, Cover has taken pride in maintaining its position as Austin's leading auto group, now operating under its 5th generation of family members. With over 14 franchises in 7 locations, Cover continues to provide an unmatched total vehicle experience for the surrounding areas. Come to Covert for your Cadillac, Buick, or GMC automobiles.
Somebody asked me during a broadcast last year when we had sent 12 people to the plate if I knew what the record was for Cedar Park batters in an inning. I don't know if it's a record, but I remember that the 2014 team, which was a district championship team, we had a weird 3 years. We won the district title in 12, finished last in 13, and then won the title again in 14. From first to worst and back to first. Anyway, that 15 team had a game in a non-district tournament where they batted around twice. It had 18 hitters to the plate. They ended up winning that game something like 17-2 in 5 innings. I don't know if that's a record, but that's sure a lot. It's the most I've ever seen bat in 1 inning for one team at any level of baseball.
Leading off the top of the 6th for the Mustangs.
Top of the 6th now, 8-9-1 due for the Mustangs. This is DH A.J. Scoville, who walked and scored and flied out to center. First one misses 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Feet way too busy. Not going to hit too many balls when you're jumping around on both feet like that. Swing and a miss. His feet are busy again. I might be able to tell why this guy is an 8-hitter. Of course, as soon as I say that, he's going to hit a triple. Calls time. Needs to talk to his feet. Keep that back foot down and step forward with your lead foot. That one a ball, 2-2. Evan Nikowski, the starting pitcher, scheduled next. We think he stayed in the game, went into the outfield, so he may still be batting next, number 12. Swung on, golfed. Over the second baseman's head into right for a single. See, I should have kept my mouth shut. He does get a hit. Yep, Evan Nikowski, number 12, is batting. We think might be in right field now. Coach Williams out to the mound. No outs here in the top of the sixth. Cedar Park has stretched that for a little while. Precarious lead. It shrunk to 2. Now it's 13-5, an 8-run margin with 2 innings to go. Probably only one more at-bat for us. We'd be at 8, 9, and 1 in the order. But first, I have to get Marble Falls out. It's going to need to get 6 outs here before they can score 8 runs. Here's Evan Nikowski, singled and was stranded at third and flied out to right. Here's a fly ball towards center. Didn't get the right beat on it at first, but he recovers nicely. Moves over to his right, Pickens does, and makes the catch. Scoville stays at first. 1 down. Top of the order with Isaiah Roman, the catcher. Hitless in 3 trips, a walk, and he scored. Popped out to Richardson at second and struck out looking at a 1-2 pitch. 5 outs to go. Swung on towards right. Davis chasing into foul territory. Did he come up with that? Wow, I think he did. It's out of my view. But that's what the signal is. Kay Davis, another great defensive play. This one against the foul fence, running right at it from right field. So 2 down, 4 outs to go. Second baseman Bryce Atkinson. Low in the dirt, blocked by Wohl. Runner stays put, 1-0. Grounded, third base. Plays at first. Makes the play. Adam Vaughn to Jackson Harvey. Or, we didn't check to see if the first baseman went in. Maybe that's Caleb Rose. Anyway, at any rate, it was a 5-3 and it ended the inning. We're hoping the last at-bat for Cedar Park. Coming up in just a minute. We'll be right back.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
And here's our final quote of today's list of baseball literary quotes. This is from Zach Hampel, a writer from New York City. The next time someone whines that baseball doesn't have enough action, you can do 2 things. First, explain the planning, strategizing, calculating, and deception that take place before every pitch. Then quote Hall of Fame announcer Red Barber, who said, "Baseball is dull only to dull minds." Love that one, too. Our final quote of the day. Cedar Park in the bottom of the 6th will be coming to the plate with 8, 9, and 1 due in the order. That's Molinaro, Wohl, and Davis if they keep to that schedule. (13-5) remains our score. Cedar Park went down 2-0, went up 7-2. They chopped it by a few runs to 7-5. And then we expanded it to 13-5. Houston Molinaro will bat first. Houston into the game hitting .344. reached on a E1 and scored, struck out looking at an 0-2 pitch, and then was a hit batsman last inning and scored. Scored our 6th and final run of the 5th inning. If that's him. I think it's not him. Brooks Dillman will step in and hit in the 8 hole for Molinaro. Called strike 1 on Dillman. Dillman batting .200 on the season with 20 at-bats, 4 hits, 3 singles, and a triple. This one in the air, foul. Third baseman over underneath it. Reaches back, almost overran it, but he reaches back and made the catch. Dillman is retired. In the 9 spot, another pinch hitter. Quint Mullen will bat in the 9 spot for Carter Lowell. Mullen, usually a regular, not playing today, swings and fouls the first pitch, or not playing until right now. Comes in hitting .250, 28 official at-bats, 7 hits, 5 singles, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, scored 3 runs. One high and away, 1-1. Quint Mullen. Don't forget, Coach joining us on the post-game show probably will bring a player, maybe more than one, along with him. This one in the air to right. Moving towards the foul line and making the catch, the right fielder John Zamarripa. If that's still him. Nope. That's where, yep, look at that. Yep, that's number 12. That's where Evan Nikowski went.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Batting for the Timberwolves, number 23, Logan.
Top of the order, Davis has been the leadoff all day. But Logan Vokes will step in. First pitch high and in. 1-0 to Vokes, who also has no offensive numbers on the season. So looking for his first hit. That one misses. 2-0. Two outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th for Cedar Park. They're seeing a 13-5 lead over Mammal Falls. 2-1 the count now to Logan Vokes. That's a good pitch too. 2-2. Now the new pitcher, Kyle Curtis, just a strike away from getting out of this 6th inning without giving up any runs. Fouled back to the net. Vokes stays alive. Next game, Tuesday night on the road at Leander, a huge game. We always have trouble playing at Leander. Need as many Cedar Park fans to go out there with us as we can. If not, watch it right here on the Vype Live Network. That one misses, full count to Logan Vokes. They call it the Blue Diamond now. Foul back into the net. Just beyond center field. In fact, you hit a home run far enough there, maybe 25, 30 feet beyond center field. You'll be hitting the ball in Leander and it'll land in Cedar Park. LHS is right hard on the southern boundary line of Leander. In fact, half the students that go to Leander have Cedar Park mailing addresses. Swing and a miss. Vokes is down on strikes. A 1-2-3 inning after we sent 11 the inning before. We'll be right back. Hopefully the last team at bat of the game.
Solutions was founded on the principles of honesty, quality, communication, and integrity. They want to help you protect your home. They're proud of the industry they love and bring exceptional details to each job. When it comes to home repair or improving the exterior of your home or business, you can hire any old company, or you can hire people who genuinely care about you, people with your best interests in mind, and who educate their customers as well as they perform their jobs. People with a conscience and a genuine desire to do what's right and do it the right way. And that would be Empire Home Solutions at 512-998-3372.
Thundercloud Subs is a neighborhood sub shop with a rich tradition of good-natured people serving fresh, fast, and healthy food in a quirky and fun atmosphere. Founded in Austin in 1975, Thundercloud has the simple philosophy of selling a great sub at a reasonable price with superb ingredients. Scratch-baked bread, meats, cheeses, and produce sliced fresh every day. All these ingredients come together to create the one and only Thundercloud Sub at 4 Points and at 700 East Whitestone in Cedar Park.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Couple changes. The pitching battery has changed. Quentin Mullen is on the mound, and Louis Alonso's moved behind the plate for this final at-bat. We're hoping for Marble Falls. First pitch misses, something off speed with some bend in it. They are at 3, 4, and 5 in their order. This is the guy who started in right, John Zamarripa. He's been relieved in right by their starting pitcher, Evan Nikowski, so he's somewhere else on the field. Didn't catch where. 1-1 the count. Called strike 2. Zamarripa was a hit batsman and scored in the first, walked and was stranded, doubled and scored in the fifth. He's got 2 of their 5 runs. Fouled back to the screen, still 1-2. Jake Carter, shortstop, scheduled next, then center fielder Cale Cochran. Carter has not been on base yet, hitless on 3 trips. Cochran, we can't get out. He's been on base every time. Comes a 2-2. It's taken to the left side. Fair ball. Chasing it, Zamarripa. Zamarripa double again. We had one last time up. Can't get him out either. He was on as a hit batsman, and he walked, and then 2 doubles. Jake Carter, the shortstop, grounded out to the first baseman unassisted, grounded out to Richardson at second, had a sacrifice bunt. No outs, runner at first, Zamarripa. Swing and a miss. No save opportunity with a lead so large for Mullen. Guy who stands to get the pitching win just made a good block behind the plate. Busy day. 1-1 to Jake Carter. Fouled back in the screen, 1-2. Look at the lineup. A lot of seniors on this team. There's a lot coming back. Just 6 guys. The guys who are underclassmen are Cade Davis, Carter Wohl, Brooks Dillman, Brady Richardson, Quentin Mullen, Louis Alonso. 5 of those 6 guys play all the time, so that's good. Everybody else is senior and is going to be gone, replaced by JV players next year. 2-2 to Jake Carter. Here's the pitch. Misses. Count now full. Pitch from Mullen misses. Well, runners at first and second now with no outs. And that is center fielder Cale Cochran coming to the plate. Walked and was stranded at third. Walked and scored. RBI triple and scored. Coach Williams coming out. That's not what he wanted out of Quentin Mullen, I'm sure. And he's taking the ball from him. He's just kind of quickly realized that Quint doesn't have it today. He's handed it to somebody else, and that somebody else is Julian Swift. Look at Swift's pitching numbers. 8 1/3 innings, 4 appearances, made 1 start. The record, though, is 0-2. Giving up 10 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, ERA at 2.52. Opponents hitting .286 against Julian Swift. We'll let you hear about one of our sponsors while you watch Julian warm up.
Southern Landscape of Austin. Established in 1982, Southern Landscape is a licensed and insured full-service landscape design and outdoor construction firm dedicated to building custom landscape and outdoor living spaces. For 40 years, they've specialized in features like custom landscape design, water features, vineyards, irrigation, hardscaping, patios, decks, arbors, retaining walls, fencing, outdoor kitchens, pools, fireplaces, fire pits, and lighting. Southern Landscape staff is comprised of full-time, licensed, bonded, and insured professionals who are passionate about their work. Call them today at 512-263-8450 or visit southernlandscape.com.
All right, Julian Swift will be called on to put out the smoldering, it's not a fire, it's just kind of smoldering embers here. With no outs and a runner at second and first for the Mustangs. Center fielder Cale Cochran to the plate, the guy we haven't been able to get out today. 1 for 1, an RBI triple. The other 2 at-bats were walks, and he scored 2 runs. Called that a strike. So Mullen only pitched to 2, a double and a walk. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted foul, right side out of play. Already starting to taste that pizza. Lifted into center. Can he come and get it? No, a little Texas leaguer over the second baseman's head with a slice on it. And that loads the bases. Tying run is still far down the bench, though. Zamarripa is now at third. Jake Carter at second, as we postpone the inevitable. Cochran is at first. And this one taken to center. The catch is made, and they're throwing home. Oh, he went behind him. Louis didn't straddle the line. He was in front of the line to make the catch, so he's too far away to make a tag. So that was Hudson McBride with a sacrifice fly out to center to score the run. It was Zamarripa scoring on the play. Carter stayed at second. Cochran stayed at first, and there's 1 out. First pitch to Brady Elwardkowski is in the dirt, 1-0. Elwardkowski lined out to Richardson at second, walked and was stranded at second, and struck out swinging a 2-2 pitch. This one on the ground. Harvey, the first baseman, goes to second for the first out. Goes back to first. The pitcher covered. Outstanding play. It was a 3-6-1 double play between second and first base to end the baseball game in a 13-6 Cedar Park win. I'll be back in a little bit with stats and stuff.
Bussey Roofing understands how important your home and business is to you and the significant investment involved for quality roof installation. As a reputable and professional roofing repair contractor, Bussey Roofing offers years of experience that includes a complete and comprehensive range of roof services that are designed to enhance curb appeal, provide energy efficiency, and increase the value of your business or commercial property. That's Bussey Roofing, Cedar Park Roofing, roof repairs, and roof restoration. Visit them at busseyroofing.com.
Centex Material Handling is a family-owned and operated business located in Central Texas. Since 2011, they've supplied outstanding commercial equipment and industrial solutions for businesses throughout the Southwest. They pride themselves on the reputation they've established over the years. Whether your company needs industrial cranes, conveyor systems, a turnkey material handling system, or various storage equipment options, Centex Material Handling is a one-stop shop with step-by-step consultancy before, during, and after every project to ensure they meet any and all of your business needs. Centex Material Handling looks forward to working with you.
Chances are, whether you were born and raised in Central Texas or just moved to the Austin area, you purchased a vehicle from the Cover Auto Group or know someone who has. Since 1909, with the opening of the first automotive dealership in Central Texas, Cover has taken pride in maintaining its position as Austin's leading auto group, now operating under its 5th generation of family members. With over 14 franchises in 7 locations, Cover continues to provide an unmatched total vehicle experience for the surrounding areas. Come to Covert for your Cadillac, Buick, or GMC automobiles.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
Empire Home Solutions was founded on the principles of honesty, quality, communication, and integrity. They want to help you protect your home. They're proud of the industry they love and bring exceptional details to each job. When it comes to home repair or improving the exterior of your home or business, you can hire any old company, or you can hire people who genuinely care about you, people with your best interests in mind, and who educate their customers as well as they perform their jobs. People with a conscience and a genuine desire to do what's right and do it the right way. And that would be Empire Home Solutions at 512-998-3372.
Okay, back on the post-game show here at J. Sevier Field, Matt Ariano Park, the campus of Cedar Park High School. A good way to get the bad taste out of their mouth from last night's debacle in Georgetown. Cedar Park, 7 in the first. Well, we'll just kind of narrate through it. We went down 2-0 in the top of the first, and Stormback took a 7-2 commanding lead, but then didn't score again to the 5th. In the meantime, they scored a run in the 2nd, a run in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, and made the score 7-5. Then we exploded for 6 in the bottom of the 5th, and they scored 1 more in the top of the 7th before the double play, a rare one, a 3-6-1. Cleaned off the inning, cleaned off the game, and Cedar Park ends up winning 13-6. Here are the offensive numbers. Cade Davis went 2 for 2, had 2 walks, had an RBI, and scored a run. Julian Swift went 1 for 4 with an RBI and scored a run. Louis Alonso went 1 for 4, scored 2 runs. Adam Vaughn went 0 for 2, had 2 walks though, had an RBI and scored a run. Jackson Harvey went 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Caleb Rhodes 1 for 1 with an RBI. Christian Pickens 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Brady Richardson 0 for 2. Austin Garcia 0 for 1, but was also a hit batsman and scored that time. Houston Molinaro went 0 for 2, was a hit batsman and scored 2 runs. Brooks Dillman went 0 for 1. Carter Wall 1 for 2 with a triple and an RBI and a run scored and a walk. Quint Mullen went 0 for 1, and those are your offensive numbers. Hopefully we'll have Coach come up here, although he may have forgotten. You're seeing the guy with the hose squirting the infield out there. That's Coach Williams, so he may have kind of slipped his mind about the obligation for doing the post-game show. So I think what we'll do is go ahead and shut it down here. It's a good, like we said, it's a good way to get that taste. You just grind that right out of your mouth of what happened last night. Timberwolves restart the district win streak with a 13-5 win over the Marble Falls Mustangs. Retaining their share of the first place tie. 5 teams tied for first at 5-2 going into this afternoon's games. 2 of those are playing each other, so somebody's going to end up 5-3 and fall out of that tie. So the most it could be tied is 4 teams at 6-2. It's possible that 2 of those others may have lost as well. Who knows? But the season record now 14-6 overall for Cedar Park, 6-2 in district. Mustangs go to 5-11 and 1-7. This is the Timberwolf baseball program's 416th win all time and the 187th win on a live KMAC or Vype broadcast. Next up, more District 25 5A action on the road at Leander Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We'll bring you all of that action. Special thanks to the whole Vype staff, Operations Director Merle Bertrand, to our QA for this game, Len DeSalvo, our voiceover artist, Roland Ruiz, and our technical support officer, Suna Venkat. And a special thanks to Cedar Park head football coach and athletic director, Michael Quintero, who joined us for the third inning, talk a little bit of Cedar Park sports and Cedar Park football. So this is Brad Cohn signing off for the Vype Network. We'll see you Tuesday.
This has been Vype Live Network's presentation of Cedar Park Timberwolves baseball. Sponsored by ASI Protection Services, Southern Landscape, Covert Cadillac Buick GMC, Centex Material Handling, The Steam Team, Thundercloud Subs, Bussy Roofing, Empire Home Solutions, and Academy Sports and Outdoors. Join us again for the next worldwide broadcast